And here we are at the beautiful Woodville Lacrosse Club. Some people call it God Country on Grand Final Day, joined by Mr. Craig Schicker. Mate, great to have you down here. What a perfect day for lacrosse.
Has been, Tone. Not too unlike September weather, isn't it? Final time they talk about. Grass is green, freshly cut, clean blue skies, and hot lacrosse.
And it's funny, isn't it? It's like all of a sudden someone just flicked a switch and we're into summer. And and summer is one of those moments where things heat up. And I tell you what, it's about to heat up out here because we've got the Women's State League Grand Final between. They've been perennial over the last few years. Brighton and Glenelg.
Last 5 or 6.
Yeah, and Glenelg got close last year, didn't they? They got within 1 or 2.
Did they win it last year?
No.
There was a couple of years before.
Brighton haven't lost one in 5 years, mate.
Yes, of course. They're going for 6 in a row. Let me just get my bearings on tune here, Tony.
That's all right. No, that's what you're here for. But we've got the girls just looking through. We're about 6-7 minutes away from taking the fields. And
stick checks being done.
They are. And I tell you what, the cream rises to the top, doesn't it? We've got Mr. Benny Hook down here today as well. And he'll be doing our Master of Ceremony, as he does for Lacrosse South Australia. Great man is Benny Hook.
It's all flooding back to me, Tone. Last year, 6-4 Brighton. The victors
Correct.
in a bit of a slug, wasn't it? So a little bit faster, a little bit fresher, a little bit warmer today. High scoring I'm looking at. I'm looking at a 12 sort of 14 result.
12-14, and which way are you swinging with that 12-14
Yeah, I guess earlier today I was sort of thinking Brighton have had the stranglehold most of the year and they're going for 6 in a row, but 6 in a row is hard to get. Look,
I know as coaches, these things are hard to make, let alone win. So to get 5 in a row, but Brighton have been defeated twice this year, something they haven't been done in the last 5 years.
That's right. Burnside got them unexpectedly, and Glenelg got them again another time, didn't they? So I'm leaning towards Glenelg.
Are you?
I'm just going to cut that back a little bit. I'm going to say 12-10.
12-10.
12-10, and I'm going to be looking at girls who have popped up to this year. Chelsea Gilbert having an outstanding offensive year this year. Darcy Beckett playing well also. But Jess Morrison just on a scoring rampage of late. So that'll be a couple of the Glenelg girls to look to. I
think the same. That they have been exactly the same. And the likes of Chelsea Gilbert and obviously Jess Morrison. Jess Morrison, match winner last week. Absolute match winner to get to this point against Woodville. But on the Brighton side, you've seen Indy Williams just start to really assert her authority. But it's those young players of Taylor Mangan, the Leah Kessler of the group. Kate Osborne, another one who just makes it happen. And then you got the old heads. And my favourite is Hayley Fuss. You know what? Those quick feet she has. She was the game winner in that first semi. But right now, I think we will be looking at about a minute to go.
No changes, both teams, Tone. I'll just mention, had a quick chat to both coaches 5 or 10 minutes ago. Stewie, Rob, simply meat and potatoes today. Meat and 3 veg. Do the simple things right, and that'll put them in good stead. Brighton, on the other hand, got the winning formula, and they have done for a couple of years, so they'll be motoring away.
They have indeed. And we are just about to pass over to our Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Ben Hook.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to Findon Oval, the home of the Woodville Lacrosse Club, for today's Lacrosse South Australia State League Women's Grand Final between Brighton and Glenelg. A special welcome to those of you who join us across the globe via the Lacrosse South Australia TV broadcast. I would like to begin by acknowledging this match being played on Ghana land, and I pay my respects to Ghana elders who have passed on their wisdom and knowledge of these lands and waterways for thousands of generations. Ladies and gentlemen, it is game time. Will you please welcome today's match officials, Natalie Owens, Tammy Varga, Nikki Boise, and And now let's meet the teams. Firstly, the Glenelg Seahawks, number 1, Jessie Frown. Number 2, Chelsea Gilbert. Number 4, Kelsey Wilson. Number 6, Laura Evans. Number 7, Jamie Binning. Number 8, Darcy Beckett. Number 10,
And back we come here to the grounds as the girls have just been, or women,
young
have
ladies,
just been presented to the crowd. And Mr. Benny Hook always does a fabulous job out there as the captains in Mel Williams and Laura Evans go about the toss. And the toss will be won by Glenelg by the look of it, and they're going to shoot to the club end of Woodville Lacrosse Club. And we thank Mr. Benny Hook for getting that intros underway. And Shix, so you've gone about a 12-10 game here. With,
I have.
With Glenelg just tipping the scales.
I am going a 12-10 Glenelg way. I think they're going to rock the boat and upset the 6 in a row for Brighton.
Well, I'm going to get on the Brighton bandwagon, and I'm going to say that it's going to be a 12-10 game the other way. So I think the scores are going to be about right, but I think Brighton have 6 in a row today. And but I tell you what, the winner is. Lacrosse is the winner today because this sunshine, 25 degrees down here with just a slight breeze coming from the west, and it just doesn't get any better for Lacrosse, let alone a big dance in the grand final.
We can't go without mentioning the head official, Nat Owens, officials helping her out today, Tammy Varga and Nikki Voisey, chief bench official, Tamarin Often-Hyde. So we are expecting a world-class effort from those young ladies today, Tone.
And we see in the centre there, Nikki Haynes up against Colleen O'Malley, and the O'Malley crowd will be in the States. They'll be up at about 2 o'clock in the morning over there, I'd say, but they'll be up watching. And they're always big viewers of LSA TV. So big shout out to the O'Malleys. And here we go. The centre draw, Nat Owens, is going
enough. We'll do it again, Tone.
to redo it. That's the way we like to start a big game here, Shix.
We want the perfect start.
And the crowd has certainly built up here. We've had a couple of upsets today. We just saw in the women's Div 1 there that Brighton getting up over as Indy Williams. And there we go, Jess Morrison, one that we said would have to stand up, stands up early, gets a ground ball and kicks the ball back to Carly Evans.
Nice early touch for the goalkeeper. She's
and
gone
just
down.
wore one in the back there and is down. So incidental contact there, but certainly wore it there.
So Lucinda Silvestri.
That's Silvestri there. So just a bit slow to get up is Silvestri, and she's a key to the Glenelg team. She's been fired down the running the ball between lines, and she's got super speed. So just
so need to take a time. Terrible start for Glenelg. Looks like a serious, could well be a serious knee injury.
Well, we don't like to see that. We wish Lou all the best. Great person is Lucinda Silvestri, and she'll just.
She's walking unaided though, Tone, so she might be okay. Might just be a bit of a jarring.
She's very light on that knee, and we'll try and get some confirmation on exactly what that is. But that would be a huge loss for the Seahawks early in this grand final.
Does power work up and down the field. Fantastic defender, representing her country earlier this year. Was it last year? Maybe last year.
Yep,
last year was they all toured away. Yeah, big loss if she doesn't come back, but I'm banking she'll be back out there. Give her a bit of time to blow the dust off, Tone. She'll be back out. So
just being helped off as the crowd appreciates her efforts. And as a player, there's nothing worse than in that first couple of minutes of a big game, just having to be sort of helped off the field. But I'm sure Lou is up and about, and she'll be back. But Jess Morrison will take the ball, just gets past Taylor Mangan there and picks up Mel Williams. Not to be, and there's Gilbert. She's been a powerhouse down there.
She has been.
Picked up by Hayley Fuss. And that will, if that continues all day, that will be a great matchup between Fuss and Gilbert.
Nice settling period now, so Glenelg will have ample time now to get a ball in stick. Let everyone get a touch and a feel. Flag has been raised.
And we often find in these big games where someone that probably hasn't been on the tips of tongues finds their way and becomes a hero in these premiership games. As Brighton, with the shot had there by Beckett, was able to be saved by Addie Cunningham, and ball comes back the other way through Mangan. So Mangan puts the ball down here to Zeph Williams. And Zeph will take it back through X. She was a scoring powerhouse early in the year, Zeph. Just gone off the boil a little bit with goals. But great defence there from... there we go. Great defence from Laura Evans.
Quite often you see that go against the defender time, so it's good to see one up for the girls down back.
So Mel Williams chasing down Laura Evans, and Laura Evans will just take that one over the to the offensive end. Sorry,
offensive third. Yep, you're right. Jamie Dinning here likes the match up and will go hard at Michaela Varga. Tries to offload to Evans. Ball goes to ground. Contest on the outer side.
Another one of those young Shido, again with great pace as Shido, and wins the ball back. So great effort there. Played in the under 18 grand final earlier, I believe, as well. So as have a couple of these girls, but Gilbert is a good matchup too. Gilbert.
Zephyr Williams there, nice little check on the stick there. So the umpire's happy to let things play so far, Tony, which is great to see.
We like that in big games, and this is the match winner for me, and was last week. But they've not giving her any space whatsoever in Morrison.
There, Voisey pushing wide. The help came from Indy Williams. And now Dinning on the backside goes to Truex with Darcy Beckett. She'll go at Michaela Varga.
And Michaela Varga's 200th game today, so it's a great honour to play 200 games, but in a State League Grand Final, even more memorable.
Yep, and a suitcase full of medals to go with it, Tone. Shot on,
and
bouncing over the top. Look how hard that ground is, Tone.
I tell you what, they don't
Beautiful.
call it God's country out here for no reason at the Woodville Lacrosse Club. It is always perfect this time of the year, and it's just the rest of the weather gods have shined today, because it is absolutely the...
Gilbert, this is where she makes her attacking moves up high with some pure speed, but well covered. Couple of changes, couple of switches, good communication. Morrison will try the same thing inside off.
Sliding really well there, and we're going to have a free space there. So Morrison, this is where we see Morrison coming to her own from these 15 metres now.
Yeah, she's got out the gate speed, hasn't she?
She has, and you often see her now bounce shotting these shots, where before they're in the air, but she often goes low and bounces, but pops that one away. And Jess Morrison does pop it away. She gets the first one of the game here. And the Glenelg Seahawks on the board, 1-0 from the stick of Jess Morrison. And that's the way Stewie Robb would have, and the coaching staff would have drawn that up for Glenelg.
Great little bit of help, D, there from Colleen O'Malley coming across from the back corner, but it's a skill we don't see much in the men's game, and it's a great exponent there from Jess Morrison to flick into the backhand, Tone, and just slot that past the
Australian goalkeeper. Little B-grade backhand, isn't it, on the left?
Yeah,
B-grade left-hander, we call it in the men's. And it is a skill set. So, and on the board early. You know what? Goals are pivotal in these games early. Although someone wise once said to me, you have to win a game 2 or 3 times in a grand final to actually win a game.
You do.
So
Correct,
we know the might of the Brighton Lacrosse Club, but O'Malley, with that centre draw not being deemed to be fair, will bring the ball into offence.
Yeah, a little bit of miscommunication there from Glenelg. But Brighton's first real look at it, and Monica Cluse will bring the ball down through X.
She's been very good in the offensive end this year, has Cluse. Brought a lot of others into the game, Monica.
Very clever at finding space, making space, creating for the ball carrier off ball. So working away.
And they've got a speedster on her in Keely Shido too. So as that switch comes up, kicks it to Williams. Williams has been a prolific goal scorer over the last probably 5 or 6 weeks.
They'll look at Kelsey.
Oh, look at the backside there. That's a great look there to Kessler. But some of these little things just going the Seahawks' way early in the first. We see Lucinda Silvestri over there just sort of flicking her legs. She's up and about walking around, just giving it a flick. So hopefully...
Here we go. Yeah, look at Gilbert down the far end. Matched, though, by Cluse, who's not unknown to the sprinting world. Grew up as a state sprinter herself. Chelsea Gilbert on the sand, so bit of pace down there on that outlet clear.
I'm lucky to walk on the sand, chicks, so anyone sprinting on it has kudos to me.
Yeah, it gets too hot for me.
And Darcy Beckett looking to do a power of a work coming around these 45 positions. And certainly some rotation happening there as Froud. She's been very good too.
Backdoor cut, Denning. Couldn't handle it. Oh, bit of a
ball to be won.
Bit of a tricky one, Tone.
And a pre-check there on Boise. So that ball will go to Lawson. And Kelsey will give the ball up here to Gilbert. Gilbert looking to get through. Oh, just not quite getting the handle of the ball. The options aren't necessarily wrong, but as we see Varga under a massive pressure from white shirts there, Shix. And she wins the ball. So Brighton will kick the ball down, and here's Kessler. So Leah Kessler with the ball. Froud on her back. Great check there.
Very good check, wasn't it?
And love to see that, but a ground ball to be won. Cluse picks it up. Checked out of a Brighton stick. Ball going out of bounds. Nice flick back.
Oh, was very well done.
And straight to the stick here.
Osborne.
Of Osborne steps in.
No score in the crease. A little bit of black dust on the boot. There's a giveaway, says Nicky Voisey. You went in, have a look at it. Looked okay from where I sat, Tone, but I can't see
the replay here, so just sitting in there and would have tiptoed, but right on the spot there was Nicky Voisey, said no goal.
Keely Shido.
And can they get this, what they call the 2-goal turnaround here? Can they get one back in the cage here, Glenelg? They've certainly looked like they're running a 2-person rotation around the goal circle down there.
Looking for a little bit of picking action, pick and roll, backdoor cut. Good old school lacrosse to be seen here. Dinning now one-on-one with young Jade Mangan.
Kicks the ball up here to Beckett. Beckett looks inside, doesn't see Morrison, and looks up now. Morrison presents, but Taylor Voisey looks like she's got a job on Jess Morrison.
Well, I was just about to say, Tone, that the Brighton defence looked to be happy to be switching and sliding, so I don't know if there is too many matchups to be seen so far. Dinning, though, likes her matchup and goes away.
Cunningham gets a stick on it, bounces down to her feet, and just sat nicely for Addie. And Addie gives it up to Michaela Varga, who will bring it down to the offensive end here for the Brighton Bombers. But Jess Morrison says, look, you're going to have a little bit more pressure than what you thought. And it's good to see the forward pressure coming. Kicks it to Cluse. Cluse looks to roll out, still under massive pressure here from the Seahawks. That's normally what we see from a Brighton ride, Shix.
Yep, force across to Voisey, who was left alone, and she gets some speed up hard for Frau to stop. So Brighton will bring the ball down, and they'll go to young Kate Osborne, who I noticed in pre-game, Tone, wearing one of the concussion necklaces. I love it. There should be more of it out here in lacrosse in Australia.
Absolutely. And ball back up here to Zeph Williams. And here's just as she walks past Hayley Fuss there. And kicks it to O'Malley. O'Malley. And
Lily Hayes
steps inside, back, and there we go. The second backhander for the day. And that one,
pattern forming,
is going to O'Malley.
Pattern forming.
As we see here on the 180 Young Real Estate Traditional Arena 42 replay.
Yep, Lily Hayes coming off a great game for the under-18 girls in a losing grand final, but found herself a little bit upright there, and Colleen got the step on her, got inside.
No chance there for Carly Evans.
That's right. How about the quality of goalkeepers in this game, Tone?
Oh, the Australian green and gold just all over it, isn't it?
It
both represented their country last year in the World Cups. And to see them both representing their respective teams here, that shows you the quality of players we've got coming through this Women's State League here in South Australia. And we hope you're enjoying our coverage live and free on Lacrosse South Australia TV. And the reason that is we got Mr. Scotty Gill, mate, to look after our production today.
Creme de la creme.
And up on the top there, just getting a tan, is our Spielberg Christian Murray. And he does a great job with the filming, as you can see there. But as O'Malley starts to head towards the cage. 2-on-3
on that little break. Glenelg defended well, though, but that looked like a heavy hit off ball, Tone. I wasn't watching. I didn't see it, but it sounded a little bit...
Just trying to see who that is when that number comes up.
Looks like Lucinda again.
Is that Lucinda again?
She's come back out.
Yep, she's come back out and she's done. Okay, so that's a knee. So, yeah, look, hate to see that. Hate to see that. When just the way she went down, she came out to try it, but obviously that knee's not good. So as we see Stewie Robb come out.
Whatever it might be, Tone, we don't claim to be doctors here.
No, we don't.
LSA TV.
But
you're right. Through experience of watching enough sport,
just the way she went down, it buckled
very
in a straight line
mean,
almost.
doesn't
So, yeah, we hate to see that with any athletes that we have playing this sport or any sport. I mean, you know, you love to see them, but unfortunately, you know, sometimes. And that one, I would suggest
wish her all the best.
that we won't see Lucinda for the rest of the day. But you never know. We hope we do.
Absolutely, we do.
So Brighton with the ball with Kloos. Kloos kicks it up here to Fuss. Fuss looks to take on Jess Morrison. Not to beat. Kicks the ball back out to Kloos.
1-1 scoreline, Tone. Really, real feel out early here in the game, isn't it? Brighton now just feeling out the Glenelg defence. Kloos gives the ball to O'Malley up high. Evans has her heavily guarded.
So
change of matchups that they like there. So they'll get Kelsey Lawson down into D. More importantly, they'll get
against
Indy Williams.
Yeah, they made that swap really well on the other side here with Leah Kessler. And Fuss just tries to take on... she's gone north of the wall there, Shix.
She has.
Found the White Walkers.
She's rolled the sleeves up. She said, righto, I'm not letting a good day of sun get in the way of my tan.
No. So, and we see Fuss very much in the same vein. Likes to get in and shoot, and does shoot. And we're going to have free space here again.
Shot was taken, cancelled out.
Cancelled out. So, good save there from Evans.
Ball goes back to goalkeeper, and Glenelg again. Nice early spread. It's very one-on-one at the minute, Tone. Ooh, pass not quite on. Good backup, Gilbert. Morrison couldn't get, so speed kills here. And look at who's that out there? Dinning gets it. Good ball inside.
Good forward ball. This opens up here.
Haynes
looks inside, fires. There we go.
Lily Hayes coming off a big under-18 game. Cops one there. So that was an awkward pass from the goalkeeper. Missed by Jess Morrison, backed up by Chelsea Gilbert. Gilbert got the sub out there to Dinning. Dinning moved the big pass down to Nikki Hayes, who floated the ball back inside on the replay as we see that.
And a great finish there from Hayes.
Lily Hayes down and away. That's coach's dream, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, just to put it against a good goalkeeper.
100%.
Low and away.
Yep.
And but what I loved about that is that forward transition movement, Shix, did not give them an opportunity to get into a defensive position at any stage.
Yeah.
And that will win out all day in these sort of big games as the ball is flicked out and deemed to be...
Some height issues, Tone.
Well, I can't understand why you would call anything with that, Shix.
Is that right? Looked all right from your
Hey, from my height, that went to the skyscrapers in San Francisco or Seattle, the Seattle Tower.
Yep.
So ball out here, though, with Williams. And Zeph kicks the ball down to Osborne. She's already had one disallowed. Good defence. So things just turning a little bit here for the Seahawks. They're putting the pressure on, and this is where Brighton normally do their best work, isn't it? Coming out on this ride, being able to shut down these. They look like they've.
There we go. That's
so
what
this
we're
could turn around as Mangan. She did this in a state game earlier in the year. Managed to turn a few things around, and that's going to be a hold, I believe.
Yeah, you're spot on, Tone. Brighton do their best work. Very well organised, riding the ball, making sure that the opposition is forced to at least pass 2 to 3 times. No easy outlets on that occasion. A slight slip up, turnover.
And they have got, I mean, there's that advantage. Zeph Williams on the left-hand side looks to go. They're in a situation here where Mangan, as I said, she got 4 in that, or 4 or 5 in the state game in that final. So she's used to big games at a young age. But ball down the back with O'Malley. O'Malley under a massive pressure. We hear the 30-second bell go. So 30 seconds left in this. There's going to be Brodie Borovnik. She's going to get a card here.
So we look at that replay if we can from X. O'Malley didn't mind the matchup, drove hard left, turned her pretty sharply, but the
no card.
Card's been put away. It looked like it came out.
Well, the arms came up to cross.
Yes.
And I wonder whether that was just stopping time with the clock on the field.
Okay.
But it's a similar call, isn't it? We sit in the commentary box and see that.
We don't.
Ball missed by Fuss, picked up by Fuss.
We don't doubt Varga Tammy variety, do we?
No, not at all. As we have a 3-second call on the backside. And who will take the ball here?
A little bit of marshalling there by Laura Evans down down deep. It means a lot to both teams, doesn't it, Tone?
It does indeed. And this is a huge goal in the context of the game. Limited time left in the clock. Williams gets across and set a screen there for her assist in Zeph. And Zeph gets on the board and evens it up here. And we will go into potentially quarter time at 2-all, but that was a good, you see Williams here. See Indy come from
really
the
clever play
left-hand side.
Giving Laura Evans a huge decision to make. You want to slide, I'll give it to my sister. If you don't slide, I'll take the shot.
Yeah, that's very smart. And better than that, that little screen just to shut out the vision of Carly for that short moment. And away we went. So
good finish.
Great finish. And we've got a 2-all game here if you're just joining us live and free on LSA TV. Great to have you on board for the grand final days or day. And limited time as the clock is still on the field here. Ball to be won.
Collects. Look at the pressure from the Brighton girls here. Good possession. Tough ball inside. Evans good enough to look after it. Outlet to Borovnik on the shoelaces. But doesn't matter, Tone. That's quarter time. And
we see a tied game here, Shicks. 2-all between the Brighton Bombers and the Glenelg Seahawks. And that's as you would have expected the game to start. And our thoughts are with Lucinda Silvestri as well, having to sit there at the moment.
Yeah, potentially a devastating knee injury there to Lucinda, but the game still pretty locked down at the moment, Tone. It hasn't opened up. Early goal there to
so this is Morrison. Steps inside,
nice
gets around, and that little backhand
opens the scoring. Yep. Colleen O'Malley down the other end says, okay, if that's the way we're going today, I'll give this backhander stuff a crack too. Splits, gets inside and says, yeah, okay.
That works.
My chance, not bad.
Hey, I like the way you did that down there, Jess. So 1-all we say.
And here we go, the 5.
This ball movement.
Yeah, 5-pass connection here. Bang, bang, bang.
But that's a great finish, isn't it?
Fantastic
That is
finish.
a great finish there from a young player
Yep.
in Hayes. And then coming back the other way, we see here, very smart there by Indy.
Yep.
But Zeph was just as smart to put it down. And that's 2 to the right-hand side foot of Carly Evans.
Tone, just before we leave coverage here, we see the Glenelg girls right underneath the shade, but also getting right around Lucinda Silvestri sitting on the bench there as well. The Brighton girls, Trish going through some huge messages here. Everyone locked in on her, but out in the sun. I wonder if that'll play into it.
Well, it is a warm day out here, and if you are here, and a lot of people do listen live and free while they're at the game, Shicks, make sure you keep the hydration up. It is a beautiful spot down here, though. Not a cloud in the sky at the at God's Country, we call it, the Woodville Lacrosse Club.
We do.
And we've got a 2-all game, and we are just expecting and stay tuned later because huge men's state league game coming up.
Well, while we've got a minute, Tone, let's go through the couple of games that went on earlier today. Div 1 men currently in action across on field 2 right now at the moment. The Div 1 women prior to here, we saw a huge upset with a 1 goal, 2 goal, 1 goal victory to
1 goal. They were coming back to Brighton, and Brighton, yep, absolutely.
So Brighton beating the undefeated
Seahawks. Yep.
Div 2 women, we saw the Seahawks take that out against Adelaide Uni.
Yep.
Under 18 girls, we saw a really fantastic effort from Woodville over Glenelg.
I think it was about 12-7 in that one.
It was, I reckon. You're right.
What about the boys' game over the other side? You were out there watching that.
Yeah, so field 2 was a cracker right down to the wire. 6-all for a long time in the fourth period. Brighton got away 7-6 over Woodville.
Yep.
So that was a fantastic match over there. Under 15 boys, Woodville defeated Brighton. Under 15 girls, Brighton defeated Glenelg.
Yep.
Under 13 boys, Woodville defeated Sturt.
Yep.
Under 13 girls, Brighton defeated St. Peter's.
And we've got the Div 2 game out there at the moment as well.
We do. Between
Div
2 men, Sturt v West Orange.
So good to see some different names coming through these grand final, Shicks.
Good spread. It's a good spread, but we're at the pinnacle here. Right now, Q2 about to kick off.
So ball back in the centre. We see O'Malley again up against Nikki Haynes. And in the context of the games, these centre draws are going to be pivotal. And right there, Haynes kicks that one out. Picked up by Morrison. Straight under pressure there from Williams.
Nice.
And she will win the ball.
Bounds. Yeah, I thought there was a nice little bit of body contact there. I didn't mind that.
Hey, if that's the way it's going, let that play.
Rubbing's racing, Tony.
Rubbing is racing, indeed, Shicks. Actually watched that the other night, Daytona.
You did?
It was on. So ball picked up there by Zeph Williams. Kicks it to Colleen O'Malley. O'Malley under pressure there from Denning.
Yes.
They're just standing still, dodging.
Yep.
Those two. But ball now in the stick of O'Malley again. Picked up by Evans. Laura, great pressure. Ball out to Fuss. Fuss, a little sidestep. Just, it goes high to high.
Deserved a better finish, didn't it?
Unfortunately for her. Broke some ankles there of Jess Morris, but this could turn over. Not a great outlet, but the smarts of Laura Evans picking the ball up.
There has to be 3 players upfield. Evans running circles around 2 or 3 of the Brighton defenders. Another one comes, Williams.
And she's got Carly Evans out the back there as the keeper. Had an outlet there and had Borovnik on the other side.
Here you go, sister. You got me in this mess.
Yep.
Get me out of it.
Get me out of it. And Borovnik, as she must have heard of Shicks, but Borovnik just fires that one.
Yep. Snuck out the back door. If you don't check the back door before you leave, someone will come.
Someone will absolutely step into it. And we see here Lawson.
Nice little split dodge up high.
So, you know what? As we say in these games, opportunities as we see Gilbert, but no damage done. There's no, there was no defense.
Cradling error.
Yep.
Well picked up all through. Haynes, who's not shy.
Steps onto the left. Don't mind that change of hands there, Shicks. From, again, another young player going right, left.
So Brighton are pretty good at the point that they're just stifling a little bit the Glenelg speed up and down the field where these youngsters have some real wheels. So Brighton controlling speed of ball movement at the moment.
Looks down the bottom. Wasn't ready for it.
Yeah.
Had two Brighton players just broke in front of her.
Lucky it had a stamp on it. And, got where it needed to go.
It did indeed. Morrison under pressure. Kicks that to Beckett. Beckett.
Just right place, right time, Darcy Beckett.
There could be a card here.
Hang on a minute. We don't like that.
No.
The old back scratcher.
And tell you what, I needed one of them this morning. I don't know whether my hands are just getting shorter.
You keep your shower antics to yourself.
But ball here in the stick of Beckett.
So extra player. What's that, Tone? 2 minutes?
2 minutes.
Lawson through X as Brighton set up. Looks like a Glenelg coach yelling instructions to pick a side here. So they're having a good look, trying to stretch this Brighton defence. Dinning nice and high, draws Mangan. Evans, so speed of ball movement's the key here. They get
I'd like to see some more movement through this, Shicks. They're playing that 4-2 and it's going side to side at the moment. But, to send a cutter through here and just open that up a little bit.
Ooh. Gilbert drops one, but it looks like Lawson will be first on and she'll mop up.
And the ball will go back.
Still plenty of time.
Through Beckett.
With the extra person. Backdoor cut. Covered there by Jade Mangan.
Better
Laura
movement.
Evans. Yeah, bit of
and
rotation.
We see here, as Gilbert just popped out by herself, picked up by Mangan. Kicks the ball down here to Lawson. Lawson back to Gilbert.
The overlap is on, Tone. Just looks like a little bit slow of ball movement. Yep, the overlap is on. So no rush, good control. It could be right on here. Denning goes to Beckett. Overlap to Morrison. Face dodges high. Well defended.
Looks to step inside. Needs to take that out and use. On the bottom corner. Stepped up. And Beckett, there she does. Darcy Beckett.
Right place, right time. D. Beckett.
She's been coming around that bottom corner all day, has Darcy Beckett, but she found herself by herself in that occasion. And just see here on the replay. Great vision, wasn't it, by Denning?
Yeah.
Jamie Denning says, hey, there's an open man or woman, and pops it away. Carly Evans came out the cage, and Darcy said, well, there's plenty of space behind there. I'll pop it in. And Glenelg out to a 3-2 lead.
Yeah, reasonably settled. Time we were sort of pushing for it to be moved around a little quicker, but timing on that was just perfect, wasn't it?
Absolutely. What would we know, Shicks?
Yeah.
Hey? But the Glenelg Seahawks out to a 3-2 lead. And it is very back and forth at the moment. Ball to be won.
Williams into the centre draws. Gets her first one against Hayes.
I was going to say, hasn't really stepped into the game yet, Indy, as far as the offensive end.
Oh, big effort here by Laura Evans. Great takeaway check. Followed up the ground ball. Huge possession, Laura Evans.
So that's that. And these are these 2-goal turnarounds we talk about. Beckett up the field. Just gets covered there by Kessler, but there's another one over the top.
Shido inside to Hayes.
Hits in the face, bounces, needs to pick it up. Great craft there. Might have worn one around the ears there to Beckett.
Yep, right place, right time. She's there again.
So things just falling the way of the Seahawks at the moment. And Beckett down the back here to Pridham, or Dinning. So Jamie Dinning kicks the ball up here to Morrison. Morrison, little pick by Froud. Froud, great little try to pick the pocket there from Indy Williams. But deemed to be in the cylinder. And Jess will take the ball outside the 15-metre arc.
Casually wanders in. Offloads to Hayes. Hayes, a little pick and roll. A couple of young girls there with Lawson. Offloads to Froud. Froud to Beckett. And they'll have a look at a cut. Pick and roll from the high side. Probably not on that time, but...
Crease.
Crease.
Went through the crease, so an infringement there. And
trot on Kevin.
Nikki Voisey was right on the mark there. And Glenelg will... they'd like to have that back, I think. That just, you know, they're looking for those cutters, which is good, but...
you don't want to stand in the crease, do you? Outlet at the back, they're very good. Well set up there. Fuss off to O'Malley. Nice, slow clear into attack. Froud doesn't want to go down that defensive end. Now she's forced to. And free space is called as we see Morrison and Borovnik just step in there to shut that down. It's going to be interesting to see how much effect the loss of Silvestri will be.
She has been that ball carrier from offense to defense. O'Malley steps in and we're going to have free space again. Because you saw when Izzy Brown went back to college, or affectionately known meters gained from us, they were the runners, weren't they? They were the ones that were bringing the ball from offense to defense into offense.
Genuine ball taxis.
Yep, but they also did a lot of work around the offensive end, as we see O'Malley trying to bullock her way through there at the moment.
Well packed in. Glenelg defence. O'Malley, though, finds her time, spins, sends one wide.
Good defence there, and she's whacked. She's actually shot, and a dangerous shot is going to be here.
Shot 2, yeah. Is that 2 yellows?
So that is 2 yellow. Is that a double yellow red?
So
O'Malley's out the game.
5 minutes out of the game?
Out of the game. Dangerous shot. So O'Malley.
Oh, and the phones have gone mad with the bookies, Tone. They're
asking for money back.
Flooding on Glenelg at the moment.
Well, I'm going to say that is a huge. That will be a huge out for the rest of the game, if that is double yellow red. Because although if Glenelg continue to throw the ball over people's heads.
So O'Malley's a huge loss. I know they put Indy Williams back into the centre draw, but O'Malley does a bulk of the work.
95% of the 95% of the centre draws are done by Colleen.
Yep.
And her midfield work and offensive forays, but it probably negates a little bit Silvestri now.
Well, it does, Tone. Yep.
You know, so I'll tell you what, there is massive free space and good work there. Good recognising that there from Taylor Voisey, that there was just no one in front of her, and she went to the cage. Drew that free space penalty.
Laura Evans took one for the team, decided to park the bus in front of the cage.
But they are man down here. Leah Kessler steps through. Great save there from Evans. And ball to be won. Froud. You can see the pressure that's happening out there at the moment. Good knockdown there from Kessler. Picked up by Fuss under pressure as the flag gets raised. And 1-4.
Yeah, so she, young Keely Shido sitting in behind Laura Evans there. But Laura Evans, they're both getting
pushed out the back.
They're both getting a
So here we go. Huge opportunity here for Fuss. Fuss steps in, pops it away. We've seen Hayley do that numerous times this year. And Hayley Fuss gets on the board for the Brighton Bombers in a man-down situation, Chicks.
Yeah, correct. I didn't recognise both girls were called for shooting space, but explosion speed from the start there. Fuss gets out the blocks nice and early. A bit of a spread. 2 Glenelg defenders out of play. Gets herself, dodges a would-be defender, slots one down the shoelaces past Carly Evans.
And timeout to Glenelg on the back of that one. So they'll probably just want to have a little bit of a talk about that. Obviously, in the women's game, a little different than men's game, Shicks, to call a timeout. It needs to be a goal scored or it needs to be a dead ball possession. You cannot call it as it comes into your offensive half.
Hasn't that rule been brought into light in the last week or two, Tone?
I'll tell you what, there's a few coaches around the women's state league at the moment who would love it, as we do in men's. As soon as it gets over, you get under a bit of pressure, you call the timeout. But you wonder whether those rules will sort of start to even up a little bit. But we saw it last week, I reckon, in one of the under-18 games. And we've got about 4.5 minutes to go here in the second term. And it is forming to be one for the ages here, Shicks. It's 3-3 currently. Have we got a golden goal in grand final? You know how I'd go off.
Oh, facts coming through from field 2, Tone. It looks like Div 1 men. Close one over there at the moment, 5-4, Brighton up.
Oh, could have a golden goal. We could have golden goals all around here, Shicks.
We could. 180 finance. Talk about golden.
Yeah. You'd feel like you've won the golden egg if you got in touch with Chris down at 180 Finance on 180finance.com.au. 0480.
Yep, 311.
301.
Get onto it.
That's why we make such a good team here.
Saturday special too.
Chris did say that. He said anyone looking to update their loans.
Free lacrosse stick.
Well, or maybe you just need to free up some space for the traditional group, mate. And you can get in touch with the suds in that down at tradvc.com.au.
Yep.
837-63639. And they'll look after you as well. Just freed up some money. Got that.
I don't know how they've done it, but they've come up as my Google homepage, tradvc.com.au.
Have they?
Oh, turn the computer on. I see Sudsy smiling away. Traditional veranda in the background.
So Mangan just rolls in. Free space again.
Free space. Talking about free space, youngrealestate.com.au. Get a hold of Jack, 1300 768 573.
And
he'll fix your free space.
He'll fix your free space once you've got your money sorted from 180 Finance, and then call Traditional if you need to do a few renos in that same one.
Pick up turnover. Morrison flooding down, hits Dinning. Bang!
Oh, top shelf
right in the cookie jar.
I'll tell you what, rattle goes the jar there, as Jamie Dinning just steps down and goes pop.
Big turnover, big speed, down she comes. Morrison over the restraining, draws the defender. Dinning blisters one up the top corner.
Tell you what, you reckon there was heat out here today. It just turned up a couple of degrees down that end, and Addie Cunningham would have felt that heat just rolling over her top shoulder.
It's gone up from a 9 to a 10 on the UV rating.
And make sure you apply if you are watching out there.
Oh, it's important to reapply at time.
Hydrate, slip, stop, slap, and... what's the other one now? I grew up in the 80s.
Don't know.
Yep, Seek Shade.
Seek.
Yep. So, and I tell you what, she was like a heat-seeking missile there with Monica Cluse.
Seek.com if you're not happy at work either.
So, ball down the back end here with Monica Cluse. Under massive pressure there, though. They've got the double on because of that penalty still on for Glenelg.
Have we got a... identification on time left of penalty? We don't.
I think it was at 4:46. So I reckon they may end up finishing the quarter with about 15 seconds to go. Shicks?
Left of the penalty?
Left of the penalty.
Okay, good.
I'll see how accurate I am, but I thought it was about 4:46 when that penalty occurred.
Important to know because Zeph stuck out here with a real speedster Gilbert. And then we have Laura Evans just covering. So well done. Turnover occurs.
And ball is going to be in the stick of Gilbert. Yep. And
give it to
not happy there
sprinter.
is Zeph Williams, just quietly. Ball kicked here to Evans. Evans Looks to work the ball up.
Easy outlet.
Oh, great outlet here.
Hayes, plenty of grass in front of her.
One of these.
Fuss covers. Borovnik collects centre field. Froud far side. Brighton back in numbers. Cuts come through the trailers. Dinning says, I'll have a go.
Oh, there she goes again.
It's time.
Jamie Dinning. And we're going to see a card here. Oh, dangerous shot.
So is that a no score?
That will be no score. A dangerous shot called on that. Well, let's have a look at this one on the replay. Ball steps around. And the follow through.
Oh, gee whiz.
Follow through has got, yeah, so it's hit, yep, it's hit Varga.
Varga. She looked to be down already. She looked to be.
They're just double checking this.
Even
though it's a dangerous goal.
A dangerous shot.
Dangerous shot.
They allow the shot.
They allow the shot. So the goal should count, even though there's a 2-minute penalty assessed at the end of that.
And I probably agree with that because it looked like the follow-through was what dangerous. So Nat Owens, the head referee, is saying arms up as if to say, I don't know.
They're saying captain. So they've got the coaches together.
Okay.
To just assess this. We don't have them mic'd up out there.
Yep.
But we'll see. We'll see what the call is here.
I reckon she's saying so because she shot that, and then it was the follow-through that was the connection point. It's unfortunate that we gave your girl a red card. We're going to give this girl a goal. And
it's going to be no goal. Okay, so there we go, Shix. Dinning gets on the board with one, and no goal assessed. So ball will start in the stick of the Bombers.
Both teams are playing
Froud
down.
just looks to kicks it over here to Jade Mangan. Mangan, Beckett just, I don't know where she was going in that situation. Looked like she just stepped off her player and allowed Jade to get the ball. So we think about a minute to go in this one. We'll probably hear the bell go very shortly for the 32nd, but if Glenelg can hold out the Bombers here and take a lead into half-time.
Well, it's even numbers, and the clock is about to enter the field. We see CBO over there.
Tamara Ufterhide.
Yeah, she's got the clock. Oh,
and free space there, stepped into by Borovnik. Could be a good free space on Cluse.
Yes, I agree, Tone. Run the free space all day long if you're a defender.
So looks inside, finds Fuss, and there's going to be free space as well. You could just free space the all the way to half-time here if you were using it as a tactic.
Yep. We've seen that before, Tone.
We have indeed. Very stop-started.
But it has opened up here. I think Fuss and Cluse will have
I'm saying Fuss is going to the cage here. I think it's spread wide enough that Fuss will try and get in, pop it, and she does indeed. And seen enough of Hayley Fuss this year to know that is her bread and butter. Chicks.
That will count.
And
that will count. Have a look here. But she's so fast out the blocks. It gives the girls alongside her on the hash no real chance. You see good enough pressure by Morrison, but simply out of place. No help defender coming. I guess the girls are a little bit shy after 3 or 4 free spaces, and that just gives the shooter plenty of time. But it is harder to get in there now with the 15 metre?
15 metre.
15 metre rule,
15 metre rule. But she tucked that nicely, didn't she? She just protected the stick enough that Morrison, who is quick off the feet as well, but had to finish it and does. And we're going to, with the bell just gone, 30 seconds to go in this one here before half-time. It is a 4-all game between the Glenelg Seahawks and the Brighton Bombers. And how much of an impact is that going to have as Fuss brings the ball out? She could go back-to-back here, Fuss, and she does indeed.
All clear.
So Brighton, they were down by 1 within 20 seconds before half-time. Fuss gets her third of the quarter.
Great possession off the centre draw. Looks to go inside to, I think it was Cluse. Good positioning from her. Made her defender stutter. That was enough for Fuss to get inside. Tucked it away a little and slotted it down and away. It's hard to stop on the doorstep, isn't it, Tone?
So how much does that follow-through shot down the other end?
Big call, wasn't it?
Stop the momentum of this game? Because Glenelg, to be honest, had control of it.
They did. It was doom and gloom for Brighton, covering that red flag for Colleen O'Malley. It looked like Glenelg were just getting on top, and Jamie Dinning taking the initiative. That goal getting stripped from her.
Have Glenelg got enough time to get the ball in the stick and go back the other way and put one and even this score up before half-time? Certainly someone needs to pick it up first. Oh, down someone went there. I think that was Zeph Williams. So looks to go inside here. Froud under massive pressure. Can she put it away? Oh, we're going to have...
Time.
Is that time?
Yellow.
No, we've got a yellow card here.
Kayla
And that
Varga.
is the 200 gamer in...
Michaela Varga.
Michaela Varga, sorry.
Yep. So she's got the yellow.
So Froud.
O'Malley went yellow, red.
So Froud here with an opportunity to tie it up at half time. Froud steps in, looks to go, rolls around, pops it, bang!
Whistle went.
That
Tone.
whistle's gone,
Whistle
no goal!
No goal tonight
I tell
again.
you what, the coaching staff of Glenelg, that is 2 goals that have been disallowed this quarter. They will be asking questions, will the Glenelg Seahawks? And Nat Owens has called no goal there on that whistle.
Not really the right umpire to be calling it when the clock is on.
Well, there's an umpire, there's an official up near the clock, and there's 2 that have gone the way of the Brighton Bombers there in the last couple of minutes of that quarter, and we're going to see the Brighton Bombers at 5-4. And how much does that either A, spur
stings
the
Seahawks
on, or B, starts to deflate those tyres just that
right.
little bit. But it is half-time here at the Woodville Lacrosse Club. We are going to go and hear a word from the people that allow us to be on here. We'll hear a word from our sponsors. We'll be back shortly.
What is refinancing? This means moving your mortgage across to a new lender that offers a mortgage package with a more competitive interest rate and more flexible features. Some of the reasons you may choose to refinance are home renovations, to access equity in your home, a change in circumstances that requires a review of your financial situation, or consolidating your debts. Are there fees associated with refinancing? The answer is yes. That's why it's important to make sure the savings you're going to make are greater than any fees charged for refinancing. As you can see, there are many factors involved in whether refinancing is right for you. I pride myself on being a professional mortgage broker and love working with my clients for the long term. I look to structure your finances according to your goals and provide you with strategies to achieve them. For more information, please call me on 0480 311 301.
Fast forward half-time.
I'll tell you what, Shix, that was like the twilight zone for me. That half-time went very quickly, but I'll tell you what it hasn't done is change the score. And we've got a 5-4 game here, the way of the Brighton Bombers, as the third quarter starts, and they often call this one the Premiership quarter, Shix.
They do, for so many good reasons too, Tone. The team that can settle best in the third here can really make and break.
So, ball with Fuss. Got 3 huge goals in that second quarter. And we see Jade Manga just steps up. Good take there from Mel Williams. Borovnik just putting immense pressure on. She tries to get back through. Just, I don't know what it's hard to defend, isn't it, Shix?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to take on 2, there's going to be some bumping and rubbing.
There is going to be some rubbing. It's very difficult to defend, as we see Mel Williams, as Borovnik sets up behind her. Mel looks, just throws it down. Kloos in a really good position.
Yeah, that made sense for that pass then.
Although I don't know that pass was exactly, she saw Indy coming around the right-hand side. Kloos has been doing a power of work without actually getting on the cage. Good save there from Evans. And ball to be won, just flicked out there from young Haynes. Fuss. She's twinkle toes, isn't she?
Energetic. Hayes needed to be. She missed the ground ball. Fuss swooped.
And going to have another 3-second call here. And we'll see.
That's okay, on Hayes herself. Nikki out now with those fluorescent pink boots, Tone, looking the goods on grand final day.
So Fuss with 3 in the last, and this is where she does her best work and gets inside. Great save. Look, Evans there, just Carly stops that hit. Look, great work. She's got Beckett in the middle if she can find her.
She does. Couldn't get her there.
Just couldn't get the ball there, but Haynes, she's doing her own little dance down there, as Addie Cunningham comes out to pick the ball up to give it back to her.
The flood was on for Brighton girls rushing back. Gilbert just let it slip a little on that catch. If she was able to take that cleanly, maybe Beckett was on.
Beckett was on, and then you had one down on the bottom corner, which was Dinning after that.
They haven't lost too much, though. They haven't lost too much.
Here we go. They've just left Jess Morrison all by herself on this top right. I don't know. That would have been the call from the coaches. And I'll tell you what, it certainly wouldn't be the call of the coaches now to allow that player to get that is bemusing, Shix.
Read like a book, Tony. I'm not sure if you've completed too many. You've started a few, but this one here, read like it was. You're right, Morrison. A huge threat, shouldn't be left alone out there on the hash. Just
to leave her at that point, I'll tell you what, the last book I read was The Cat in the Hat, and I'll tell you what, I'm up to version 2 already. And I'm good with the picture, Shix.
Oh.
And I'll tell you what else I'm good with. It is a 5-all scoreline here in the grand final of 2023. Live and free on the Lacrosse S8 TV. We hope you're enjoying our live coverage. And if you're here at the grounds, keep hydrated and make sure you get some shade at some point. So ball back into the centre.
I like this here. Nikki Hayes sending Kelsey Lawson around the corner. Big win, but Zephyr Williams.
Oh, we might see a card here, potentially. Yes, card there to Lily Hayes. So she's just racking her stats up on the scorebook today.
Yep.
As ball kicked out here to Taylor Voisey. Voisey kicks it to Kessler. And Leah.
We don't see a lot of these younger Brighton girls, do we?
They're certainly... Leah was a scoring machine sort of mid-year when a couple of the senior players had disappeared.
Got injured, dropped out of the team for a couple of weeks. Back in now, made her way back in.
There's a lock-off happening on Indy Williams here too. You've got young Lawson just locking off Williams.
Okay.
So obviously something, but a great inside step.
Has a fresh airy. We don't see that too much, Stone.
And here we go, Morrison. So a turnover here for the Brighton Bombers as we see Morrison. You see Indy Williams down the outer side chasing her down, and Indy won't give up too much pressure on that as Jess Morrison finds herself in the back corner, still under immense pressure there from Williams, and did a great job to get it out. Oh, look, we see here, looks inside, but Beckett, great take.
That was a good take.
And the ability to pick the ball up and just take it to space. They're in a man-down situation, so Brighton will push the numbers as they are here with Leah and Jade, And there's a big push.
Whoa.
We might...
Out of bounds. She's tripped over the white line, Tone.
Tell you what, they must have painted those white lines quite deep.
Extra thick today.
I'll tell you, if they're that big down there, I'm not going to step on them, mate. I'll get a nosebleed going up that high. But ball deemed to have been not pushed out of bounds there. And ball will come back through the stick of Zeph Williams.
What we did see, though, very well organised defensive pressure from Brighton. Man up, weren't they, with Lily Hayes' card, still not recovering from that yet, the team, and Brighton doubling the ball. Huge efforts there. What I was impressed with was...
Zeph Williams allowed to by herself. Sorry, just
no,
sorry,
you're
mate,
right.
as you were going. I was just watching this backside action. Come on.
Another yellow card coming now to Borovnik.
Oh, that's 2. Oh, no, she didn't get one last time, did she?
That's right.
We thought she was going to get one. It was revoked. So, but as that penalty releases, another one is given.
This, so Zephyr top centre, ball on her stick. Look at Mel Williams on the far side saying, come on, give it over.
Taylor Mang has just backed off here for an opportunity to come around a pipe. Indy Williams cuts through the middle, but not to be had there. 34. I thought she was saying there was a 4-second. That's worse than a 3-second break, but it was 34. So 3 seconds there.
The restart top centre, as we were.
And Kloos will have the ball top centre. So you've got Indy Williams by herself down there on the left-hand side with Mel there also. But Monica Kloos gets in, all going low at the moment. And Carly Evans is eating anything up that goes low.
She's rising to the occasion.
Laura Evans pops the ball forward. Finds her component. Oh, great inside step there on Zeph Williams from Nikki Haynes. And just throws the ball down in the back corner.
I didn't mind that. I thought that ball might have been okay, but the first bounce was a bit skiddy.
Well, you just forget it's Adelaide Oval like out here, Shicks. So the ball just rolls to the fence as you would have done many times in your cricket career.
Oh, well.
And ball comes out the outer side there with Taylor Voisey. And not too much pressure.
Yep, one to beat, Beckett.
Really, no pressure whatsoever. Taylor Voisey must be thinking that she bought drinks last night.
Flag up.
Oh, Taylor Voisey's still going. And we've got a nod of the head. And we're going to have a card here.
Hey, geez, so they're very card happy today, aren't they?
Well, all of a sudden, I'll tell you what, the yellow cards have come out. Maybe they played Uno last night and someone had all the yellow cards.
Well, someone's got to be holding on to the reverse. So they'd want to throw that up to the referee, wouldn't they?
Absolutely.
4 yellows, I think, now for Glenelg, with the 2 yellows and a red. Or 3 yellows and a red, I guess we'll call it. No, 2 and a red. And
we see there that Taylor Voisey just runs into...
Lily Hayes. She's unlucky, I thought.
Was it Lily Hayes or did she run into Evans there?
She did run into Evans, but they've given it to Hayes for the first contact.
Okay.
So
the defence is thinning out, is all we can say in this fan situation.
We need it. I've called for a 12-10 game, Tone, so we need a few more.
Indy looks down the bottom, just misses the handle.
Would normally shoot that, you'd think.
Yeah, but that free space, maybe that's just made them think twice about that free space.
Force comes over the line as Voisey subs out. Fresh legs coming on. Good ball control here, Zeph Williams.
And Zeph just pulls the ball out to get a little bit more time and space here. Indy Williams again, just being locked down.
Yep.
Not allowed to touch the ball.
Sister Indy is saying, look, Mum's vacant on the back corner. How about it?
It's still there.
Mum
steps in again.
How can you
she
allow
does
that
not
to
miss that. And we see there
the matriarch,
Mel Williams. We'll see this one on the replay here, Shicks. You must have read the same books I did because you picked that a long way out.
Well, I just saw Mel sneaking around the back corner and she was barking something to Indy. Indy made a quick mention to Zeph, who had the ball. They moved it a little bit. They shuffled. They stretched. Mum popped up back corner. Glenelg said, hang on a minute, who's got her?
And the answer was nobody.
Carly raking the ball out the back.
So, and another timeout called here by Glenelg. They want to have a chat about it. So, but again, this is a bit like last year's game, Shicks. Not too far off where we were in last year's game.
Yeah, a real tug of war, isn't it? A war of nutrition. So it's a player each out for the game. Glenelg looks like they've lost Lucinda Silvestri to what might be a knee injury. And then very soon after that, Colleen O'Malley just a little bit over exuberant, got yellow, yellow, red. Evened it right up, and there's been a flurry of yellows since then, Tone.
And Glenelg would they'll want to speak about that too, because you know, to lose another player, because there's 4 girls on yellows now, and you look at those 4 that are on yellows. You know, Borovnik is a defender,
yes,
so she does go hard, and the other 3, Pridham, Hayes and Haynes, you know, they do play down there, but you would think that Borovnik would be the one that would want to watch. She's hard at it, and we like that from Brody.
We do. So Lily Hayes back into the centre draw, and as we spoke about before, Indy Williams now having to go into the draw position with Colleen O'Malley's absence.
And Indy before, a few years ago, that's what she used to do.
She did.
She used to, in the state series, and won an under-18 state series over in Perth, Chicks.
So still an extra player for Glenelg at the minute.
For
extra player
Brighton.
For Brighton, I should say, yes.
So ball in the stick here of
Kayla, good
Varga.
Hit to Fuss. Fuss goes to Williams. The Indy variety in the centre of the field, and she'll wander through to the offensive end. So Brighton will have a chance to extend.
This 6-5 lead.
Fuss open at the top of the...
I was going to say, not the person that I would be leaving open.
Back door here. Mangan backdoor cuts. Williams fills the hole, hits a cutter on the far side.
Great save again. And she's in the crease. Oh, it's called for the push. No. So, save had, stepped in the crease.
Push claimed by the referee, umpire.
Okay, the official.
Official? Yeah, it's official.
Okay, so getting a little bit of a rub here at the moment on the green. But in the right place was Nat Owens. So ball here with Mangan. Mangan fires that one over the top and backed up well there by Zeph Williams. And we've got in the crease. So a turnover here. So even though the backup was said to have run through the crease there. So Glenelg ball.
Bit of a...
Evener.
I didn't want to say it, Tone. I just wanted to hear you say it.
That's my ventriloquism. That was my my ventriloquism buddy standing next to me, just pointing that one out. So ball here with Evans. Evans, the 2 sixes just down the end, an advantage called. And ball with Froud. Froud looks inside. Goes to step around, liked her match up there, but decides, you know what, let's have a good clean set.
The 200 gamer said, you're going to get up a little bit earlier than that to catch me out.
Great cut on the backside there again from Hayes. Was really good in the under-18 grand final, was Hayes.
She was. Lily Hayes, she was. Gilbert looking to extend off to Froud, her great mate up high. Drives down the alley. Varga's got her well covered. Uses a lot of that stick. Yeah.
Found the space, just needed to continue to roll. Good inside step. Good check, though. And ball out the back to Cunningham. Addie looks up. Oh, it's going to hit her in the back of the head, it looked like. Froud not watching. And that could have been a special teams play, Chicks.
Would have been special, that's for sure.
And Fuss just puts on about 8 metres. On Beckett, and she's not stopping.
Goes again. Evans covers. Shino did well to shut down angles, though.
Absolutely. Ball in the stick here of Zeph Williams. We got a 6-5 game. About just under 3 minutes to go here in the third term, and it is forming to be an absolutely cracking finish to this game, Chicks. In beautiful weather down here, and just a. Might have been a loose equipment there. Maybe Fuss doing up a shoelace.
Yeah. So they've...
Maybe just tried to keep separation. Great take there from Zeph Williams.
That was a really good take. Glenelg deciding to use that opportunity to change a defender over, which left the Brighton girl open. And
Mangan.
Zeph takes it behind Mangan.
Woo! Just a little bit of left, a little bit of right, and a little bit of good night.
A little bit of high side. Have a look at that, Tone. That catching side from Zeph Williams. Gee, she's rangy and can collect. went to Taylor Mangan behind, driven on the left. Borovnik went without her.
Just got space, didn't she? That stopping on a dime there from Taylor Mangan. And good finish. And out to a 2-goal lead here now is the Brighton Bombers.
Important goal in the context of the game. Has been reasonably quiet today, Taylor Mangan, hasn't she?
She has indeed. It is a 2-1 quarter the way of the Brighton Bombers, as we see the centre draws, and Pridham steps up now to get into that centre draw. And ball flicked out the back here. Shicks, we could get a touch here if we're lucky.
Oh.
Hayes, just pressure on, but good work there from Zeph Williams, and Hayley Fuss picks the ball up. And wouldn't be surprised her to put some motors on here in a minute, Hayley.
No, it doesn't happen this time. She holds up, looks for a cutter.
I was going to say, I thought I heard the road runner just about to kick off then.
She was here somewhere.
Ball up.
A lot of off-ball talk here from Brighton. A lot of organising matchup-wise. Who they want to go at.
Need
Williams gets free.
Oh, that one was the Glenn McGrath slow ball. And here's his transition that they looked at. Just doesn't quite hit the stick. Great pickup there from Taylor Voisey.
Yeah, lovely.
That's what you like to see from a defender.
Smooth move.
Oh, but bang! Whoa. Walks into the other. I was going to say number 7, but I think Jamie Denning just tried to wipe the 1 off the uniform there with the and make it a 7.
Oh, hang on. What have we got here? Umpires just getting
just making sure that they're
involved.
making sure they're centimetre perfect. As Taylor Voisey just steps inside, young Nikki Haynes there. And we saw last time that she had the ball. She liked this matchup, and she didn't mind going to the cage, did Taylor Voisey.
Look how patient now Brighton. Just got a little sniff here at 7-5. They've decided to hold on to a ball, and you're right.
The ball.
Ooh, gets it back.
So they'd set that up for that isolation.
They did.
But good work there from young Nikki Haynes to dispossess the ball.
And Beckett's out there as well, and Osborne breezes past.
Oh, that was stopped there by
Carly Evans.
No, that was Laura Evans.
Was it in the goal?
Laura Evans in front of the cage stuck her short stick out and said, "Sis, I've got this one for you."
Oh, Fuss. Here she goes.
Oh, again, great save. Can they make this count if they get the ball back on the offensive end? A couple of huge stops in the context of the game. You're 7-5 down. Probably the clock is about to come on the field. The bell's about to ride.
Goal. Osborne gets what she should have got earlier. Tone, is that enough? 3-goal.
Well, it's a 3-goal to 1 quarter. You never write these teams off.
Look at the settle here from Mel Williams. Just saying, all right, girls. Borovnik went to double the ball out there on that far side. I don't think they were a man up.
No.
Leaving Kate Osborne open.
To just run back through the centre corridor.
The seas parted.
She thought she was Moses for a second there.
She caught the easy one and thought...
And after some really good defensive efforts there from Laura Evans and Carly Evans to shut down a couple of those shots, just needed to... And just... Yeah, even with Carly, that's obviously a set play to try and hit that player out there to create that transition. Just missed. Great pickup, though, by Voisey to bring that back.
It's a 3-goal buffer. 8-5 Brighton.
And the bell is about to go. It is 30 seconds left in this third quarter. Have Glenelg got an opportunity to put one in the back of the cage and bring it back to 2 before the quarter? As we see young Nikki Haynes. Just good work there from Taylor Voisey again. And under massive pressure, Borovnik needs to win this ball. And does.
Yep.
And Borovnik carries it through Mel Williams, but deemed to be in the cylinder.
Huge quarter here for the Brighton Lacrosse Club. 3-1. Can Glenelg pinch one back before the bell goes? Clock on the field. I'm sure that message is being relayed. Evans carries the ball down left, not looking overly attacking. Will there be an option? There won't be.
No, there
not
won't.
even a shot on cage.
And probably the reason for limited time in that third quarter. But a huge quarter for the Brighton Bombers. Shicks, they stretch the lead out to 8-5 and a 3-1 quarter. And we might go through some goal scorers.
Let's do it. Mel Williams got on the board there for 1. Kate Osborne got her first, as did Taylor Mangan for that third quarter. Hayley Fuss, of course, 3 in the second. First quarter goals to Zeph and Colleen for their 8. Glenelg, all individuals. bar Jess Morrison. So she scored the only goal for Glenelg to go to 2. Lily Hayes got 1, Darcy Beckett got 1, and Jamie Pridham got 1 as well.
So it is a 8-5 game here. And do the Seahawks have what it takes? Has that knocked the stuffing out of those couple of goals that were disallowed, Chicks?
It has. I think it has, Tone. Brighton now look to be just enough in front, right? They've got their foot wedged in the door. It's not slammed shut just yet. They're trying, and Glenelg aren't without their opportunities as well. Carly's saving well. If they can get some quick outlets and bring some of these speedsters into the game, I think they're half a chance, but they're going to need to score, and they're going to need to score early. 5 to three-quarter time. It's a tough ask now for 3 or 4. They're going to need 4 to win it.
And I've got my coach's hat on here, Shicks, but, you know, you get defenders who don't get recognised very often, but the 2 efforts there of young Taylor Voisey, the knockdown there, which has just about stopped that forward foray, and the one that came back the other way, which they ended up scoring off of, you know, they won't be shown anywhere in a stats book. But really good effort there from a young player.
100% agree with you. When you look at a scoreline at three-quarter time of 5 against, you're normally talking about Addie Cunningham having a massive impact in this game. But she hasn't been. She's been good, but she hasn't had to come into the game so much so far. You're right. It's the defensive efforts of those girls like Taylor Voisey, Monica Cluse, Jade Mangan, of course. These younger girls, Michaela Varga, 200-game veteran, let's call her, have been rock solid.
That they have. But I do like the efforts on the other end. I mean, Glenelg have had their opportunities, and they've turned it over a couple in those clearing, and they've paid for a couple of those, as we just saw with that last one there of Kate Osborne. But yeah, they certainly have been able to slow the tide down. But have they got enough to get back now? And only the next 15 minutes will tell.
It will.
And we don't write them off. You never write women's lacrosse off, because in the blink of an eye they get 2 and you're back to an 8-7 game, and then golden goal looms, Chicks.
Golden goal. Golden goal.
So, but the ball back is going to be back in the centre here, and we're going to have Indy Williams up against Nikki Haynes. So I thought Indy was just showing her guns there. Look at this. I've been to the gym. Indy.
Or just maybe comparing bruises.
Yeah. Well, it's funny, when we go to the Nationals and you watch the Nationals and you see the girls walking around after about day 4, they look like they've had a dot-to-dot on their arms, don't they?
Tone, sorry to cut you off. Look at this centre draw here. Nikki Haynes, Indy Williams. We got Leah Kaysler, Jess Morrison. We got Kelsey Lawson
against
Fuss. Such a young starting, huge quarter of lacrosse in 2023. Go to the youth. There's plenty to be excited about.
And ball to be won out the back, and that is won by Fuss. We know what she does when she gets the ball in her stick, and that is gain metres. But she gains the metres this time by giving it to Zeph Williams, who will just take a little air out of the tyres.
Yes.
Get a little bit of an opportunity here to come up the top. Just carry the ball a little bit. Good work there from Chelsea Gilbert. She's switched on, isn't she? Just waiting to
yes.
and just
give her half a sniff here, Tone. I think she's really looking forward to putting herself into this game. Zeph Williams cutting on her unnatural hand. Ooh, big body check there from Indy. Good catch there, centre field.
Turnover is what they want. No push been deemed. So I thought that was just good lacrosse there, Shicks, but deemed to be a push. And the ball will start through the stick of Jade Mangan. Sorry, not Jade, that is Taylor.
That is Taylor.
Jade would love that for me calling Taylor Jade.
She would. Look at her out here.
Hey.
Jade Mangan focused down the other end of the field, standing on Darcy Beckett.
Looks to go inside. Mel Williams has Brodie Borovnik on a yellow card. As Indy Williams comes to set the pick.
Got to pump the brakes a little bit. Oh, there, she's turned her inside.
Great work there from Borovnik. Ball to be won, and that's going to be a pre-check.
There you go.
So great work from Brodie Borovnik there on Mel Williams. Needed an option, needed an outlet, didn't come, and the ball turns over. So Borovnik there, and I suppose now, Shicks, as this game comes into its final 13 minutes, probably starting to look at who our thought processes are of MVP for this game, mate.
Yes. Yeah, there's a few girls still open. The door's still well open.
Absolutely. But the efforts so far from players out there.
Beckett down deep. So Morrison looking for a big last quarter from Morrison. She's probably thought to herself, I've had enough of this. It's going to be a little bit of me time here. Oh, good pass inside.
Oh, that could turn over. And Kessler
off to the races, beats one.
So she's going to go as hard as she can to get to that point to fire a shot here. And needed to take them on. And we're going to have a Brighton ball here. Good defence.
Was good cover back. All three Glenelg girls were back there in time.
So ball here with Leah at the 15-metre mark. She will, and we've already seen the pace she possesses.
Well,
so is she going to come off?
We've got trouble. No, Glenelg now match up.
Just finds her way in, and Kessler finds her way even more. Good save again from Carly Evans. She's certainly held her head up high in this grand final contest, hasn't she?
She's done a fantastic job. Maybe she's one in the runnings for the.
Oh look, it's still open here for the MVP of the game, Gilbert. She's at pace. I love the way they attack at pace. She just finds it very difficult to defend. And ball up to Morrison as we see Froud just mosey past there. This is where Jess Morrison normally takes her, and good defence there.
Flag up early for a little bit of free space or pushing or
a bit of everything.
Take your pick.
You know what? But Morrison will take the ball at the 15-metre.
Pick a card, any card.
And
everyone's a winner.
I'm going to say Jess Morrison is going to the cage. She's got Eddie Williams on her right, Mel on her left. It steps inside, pops. Oh, that could be dangerous. That's hit the player.
I think it's hit the stick there, Michaela Varga.
Hit the stick, okay.
Yep.
And ball.
Loose check.
So good work there from the Brighton defence.
Yeah.
But we knew that she was going to try and give it everything there in Jess Morrison, as she always does.
She does. So, yep, so Miss Varga there, the official saying just a little bit of space, please. So we'll take two. We'll do exactly what we did the first time.
Up to Michaela Varga, and Michaela Varga will look to bring it over. Kicks it there to Cluse, and she will bring it over.
Yes, she will. Down into the attacking
quarter. Pops down. Great look there from Taylor Mangan too, just running through the middle. Here's Kate Osborne. She's nimble on her feet. Here's Kate Osborne. Kicks it back out to Cluse.
Very well played from the Brighton offence here. Instructions coming thick and fast from Trish Adams. Tess McLeod from the sidelines, or Tess Gilbert, beg my pardon, bite my tongue. Oh, an all or nothing. Cluse. Lane opens up, decides I won't. I'll hold on to it, and I'll just take some more time out of the game time.
Smart lacrosse there from Monica Cluse. Just probably had an opportunity to shoot and decided to.
Yeah, looks like Darcy Beckett stuck down in the defensive end as well. So she won't be feeling as comfortable down there as she would do at the other end. Cluse says, we'll just have a little run.
Let's run. Let's do some shuttles.
We'll get to X.
Across the back, and the worst thing that's going to happen is we're going to take some time out of the game here.
Can run all day, Cluse.
Indy Williams, really shut down there. She hasn't got on the scoreboard today, Indy.
The Brighton game plan has switched here, I think, Tony. It is ball in my stick. Come get it.
Little flip, and that's the one you want to give, especially when the defence has been running around a while.
Come get
it. The ball down to Mangan, tries to go inside, comes out. Good cut there from Williams.
Yes.
Back down to Fuss, and you can see Fuss having a go here. She's got some space.
Looks like they'll try and set up Taylor Mangan with Jess
Mangan
Froud.
Just pops off. And there's Froud, so just goes out to isolate. And this is more about taking some time off the clock than it is about running towards the cage. Oh, steps inside. Which way did she go? And Fuss steps in. Oh,
great
good save again there from Carly Evans. She hasn't given this one up. Just needed to change the plane there a bit, Shicks, on that shot.
I think so. Evans has seen plenty of that before, but there's a turnover on the clear. Mel Williams says...
she's not even going to attack the cage.
I'd rather not score. I'd rather get
now
there.
She does. She finds Indy, and Indy just loses the ball.
She did.
Ball to be won.
Very unlike Indy Williams.
Just Mel just sort of held the ball, and then an opening happened, and Indy had it, and we're going to see.
We've got a time check, Tone. Do
we have about 8:10 to go on the clock. I think our clocks are pretty well on song at the moment
It's a little early, but I see someone warming up the lungs in the background, Tony.
That was me for the national anthem, if
Oh.
required, I think, Shix. But I know, I actually know, yep, you're right. I see someone. 3 goals. So Glenelg need to get the ball back in their stick and have some offense and at least get one in. And, over the top.
Looking for a full stop.
And looking for the crowd behind the cage. I don't know that that's where I'd be sitting if I know there's some shade down there. But when the boys start firing, I don't think that's where I'm sitting. So ball in the stick here.
A little bit of panic time now. You can hear the Glenelg defensive team saying push ball, double where we can. But Cluse has space. Lily Hayes.
And the good thing is she's got Varga just up over the top here. She can use her and just take some time out. There's no one on her on this out of that attacking third.
And they probably could do that as well, couldn't they? I mean, why not stretch it out a bit more?
Yeah. I mean, the worst thing is someone pops over the other side and you pop down, Chicks, and take the ball again.
Game management here, Tone. Very, very good from the Brighton girls at the moment.
I'm looking at the Glenelg defenders, and they're pretty much out on their feet at the moment with the amount of running they've done in the first 7 minutes of this quarter. And we see Cluse just comes up and then does exactly that. Uses the... good work there. Great work there.
I thought that was good enough, Tone.
I was going to say, Chelsea Gilbert, I thought that was fantastic defence there. But deemed to be illegal. So ball with Zeph Williams.
Yep, her turn now.
So Zeph will just try and run Keeley around just a little bit.
Shido throws a check, deemed to be illegal.
So, and this is where that defence in women's lacrosse is really difficult to try and take a ball back in this situation. So we see Zeph Williams wanting to get on cage, does get on cage, and Carly Evans again with another big save.
Through the knuckleball, didn't trick anybody. Evans collects, ball upfield. So again, Glenelg just struggling to...
Brody Borovnik.
Heavy.
Brody Borovnik, and that's going to be a card. So they're going to be manned down.
Yellow, red.
Yellow, red. So 5 minutes in the box, and she won't see any further part in this game.
La 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 la. La la la. La la la.
So ball down the back here with Fuss. They can literally take 5 minutes and there's no stall call in the women's game.
I mean, the thing is, Tone, their ball management has been fantastic the last 3 to 4 minutes. Now they have 5 minutes with an extra player.
I mean, you as a defender, you're thinking, I don't even want to, you know what? Down the bottom, and this could be the death now. Another big save. What
happened there?
Mel Williams wore one in the absolute...
In the mush?
Yeah, Jamie.
Yep.
Dinning just went, Mel, don't stand there ever.
She might go by Jamie Pritting with after that act.
No,
she might change her
definitely
name.
A Dinning.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, that's a ding, 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 ding.
Great save, Carly Evans. Gee, she's been fantastic.
That's 5 huge saves in this last quarter.
Yep.
Just need to get the ball in an offensive stick and get it down. We've got about 4.5 minutes to go in this fourth term.
Because one more kills it, doesn't it, Tone?
Well, this could be it. And another big save there from Evans. Dropped the ball.
Cradling
ball
error.
out. Pops back.
Clear.
Williams, no goal.
Gee whiz, we've had a flurry of calls from the field umpire.
So deemed to be high contact there.
I thought I saw the two hands go up. Two hands. Oh, no, two hands went up, then they went down, then they swiped, and then they breathed. Yeah, so,
I'll tell you what, if I was watching the village people, that would have been my YMCA right there.
Well, I heard in the background.
So, Glenelg. Oh, no. Okay.
What's happened there?
Okay, so that must have been against Glenelg. I thought that was going the other way. So, ball here. Osborne.
Yep, freebie out to Williams. So... It is absolutely...
Ball steps inside. Williams pops it away and then gets popped away. And
clear,
that is, she has right royally warmed up her vocal cords. And we're going to have a card here too, by the look of it.
Against young...
Keely.
Shido.
Is that her...
It's only her first.
It's only her first, so...
She has received one, Tone?
Yep.
That's official, yes.
That's official. Heading to the bench. So it is a 9-5 game here with about 3 minutes to go. They will be two players down. And Brighton look like they will get 6 in a row, Shicks.
Yeah, we got some footage coming in live from Brighton club rooms. They are actually cleaning out some cupboard space now, Tony, as we...
Or building a new one.
Or building a new one. That's right.
So...
just there.
And because the foul was after the goal, Shicks, Brighton will start with the ball.
Their game management has been absolutely spot on, hasn't it? And it'll even get even worse here as Indy starts the what is it? As the D2 game looks to be finished.
The D2 game, they're going over to. We'll get an update on that one, and we'll let you know in the men's game who won the men's Div 1 and Div 2 game. So Sturt, we're hearing, won the. They were undefeated. Evans again with another big save.
Taylor Mangan thought the backhanded option was a good one. Morrison will know she'll go to the end.
Oh, big push. And Jess Morrison moving that quickly. She fell out of her boot then, Shicks, with the push.
It was a heavy check. We're probably expecting a little bit more than that. It didn't come. That won't upset Jess Morrison too much. She'll just gather her composure again, and she's just recharging the jets, mate. Watch this. Kate Osborne takes a few steps back.
But Cluse here. So the double's on. Little one inside there to Evans. Evans kicks the ball over.
Haynes.
Great take. That was good from Lawson. But also good from young Jade Mangan there.
Glenelg need to rush. They need to rush, and Dinninger understands that. Goes to the cage. Michaela has a cover. Plenty of help from Voisia underneath. Probably thinking about...
well, they are 2 players down at the moment.
They are.
So
it's funny, though. They can't stand in there and just it be an easy double, though, Tom.
No.
They do need to be outside that fan. The whistle blows. 2 to go.
So
makes it difficult now. 9-5.
4 goals in 2. Jamie Denning 5. Bang! Jamie Denning puts one away. And I'll tell you what, if you can get some time with space like that, whack!
Pure velocity. Denning just winds it back here. Cocks the barrel.
15 metres, Shicks.
1 or 2 steps. Boom.
Little shuffle. And Addie didn't see that. Addie's going, really?
Yeah.
So we see there with Jamie Denning getting on the board. I like that shot, Shicks.
Great shot. Great shot by Denning. She,
I think it's not used enough in women's lacrosse.
Understands the situation. I mean, they need to go at cage. They need to go quickly. Addie Cunningham just off put in the background there. It looks like the champagne bottles are coming out, Tone.
So three goal game with limited time. And if Brighton can get this and just take some time out of the clock with 2 players down, they will just go and get the glasses polished, Chicks.
They will milk and milk and milk.
And so as they sort of just wind this down a little bit.
I mean, high heat needs to be applied here, right? So what if they score another one? You just need to have the opportunity to get the ball back.
So 1 player released.
Glenelg still standing aside. A little bit unorganised here in the dying seconds.
Well,
Clock comes onto the field.
And I'm going to say, who are we talking about medals at the moment? I don't know, that 3-goal effort in the second quarter from Hayley Fuss with her work, probably for me.
I'm probably with you. I think when the game was there to be taken, here she goes again, putting a full stop on it. Will she now? Covers it through. So playing it to a tee.
Absolutely.
Playing it to a tee.
I'll tell you what, if Glenelg had got up, Carly Evans would have been a huge mark in this one as well.
I agree, Tone. I think a turnover appears here. Beckett gets it. Voisey has the wheels to get back inside. Turns her. Early ball needs to go. Hayes up top. 1 to beat. Inside Gilbert.
Oh, there we go. Not giving it up yet. And Chelsea Gilbert puts one on the board. And I know there's limited time, Shicks, but it is stop clock in this game. They just need to get a ball out of the centre here.
Look at this flush ball movement, right? Girls are coming down inside, drawing at pace. Gilbert like we've seen from her all year. And like you mentioned earlier, Tone, an unreal national tournament from her.
Yep.
Great finish on the bounce there, getting past Addie Cunningham.
You know, I would suggest that Chelsea Gilbert will vote highly in the medal this year, just as a smoky.
There'll be a sneaky chance for her, and I hope she does it. So this is an interesting setup here. Dinning into the draw. She's going to go full power. Kloos is halfway on the halfway line, giving space to Lawson. So there's a small chance here for Glenelg, should things go right. Up
Ball
and down.
In, out, and Kloos. Kloos has been good today too.
She has been. She has been
very
indeed.
good. And while not on the scoreboard, has done a power of work down there in both offense and defense.
Yep, I agree. Williams, we didn't see much of Mel Williams early on. It seemed as if they went to the youth. But game in the balance or game management, she's out there now dictating, telling, helping, coaching, helping. Been fantastic. 2 Glenelg girls to her.
So
poor double. She sneaks out the back.
Clock is on the field here. It's come on about 10 seconds ago. So about 10 seconds to go in this one. And Brighton are going to run out winners in the 2023 Lacrosse South Australia Women's State League Grand Final. Fuss with the ball in her stick as Jamie Denning.
And there it is.
And there it is.
And 6 in a row, Tone. 6 in a row, Lacrosse SA fans.
And probably fitting there that Fuss ended up with the ball in her stick.
The dynasty keeps on rolling.
Congratulations to the Brighton Lacrosse Club for winning their 6th grand final in a row. They had a year where they did drop a couple, but they were very good all season, and you can see why. But kudos to the Glenelg Seahawks chicks. Again, another 2-goal game, and they certainly bought the heat today. And you know, if there'd been a couple of those goals which were disallowed, who knows what this game would have ended up.
Yeah, there's plenty to talk about, right? Silvestri goes down early, but Colleen O'Malley gets the red card early.
Evens out.
Early-ish as well. Carly Evans was enormous in the cage today. Kept the girls within arm's reach for most of that. Brighton probably outplayed them for most of the day, you would say. More offensive possession. And you're right, Tony. I tend to agree with you. Hayley Fuss's 5 or 6 minute burst there in that second quarter. She was very good all day long, but that scoring prowess where she laid on 3 herself, she basically said, girls, we ain't done yet.
Yep.
We ain't done yet.
Get on my back.
Come on,
Let's go.
I'll get you to the halfway mark, and let's all take it home together.
Yep.
She was very good in the second.
A couple others for Brighton that potentially could get this medal. Zeph Williams was very good as well.
Agree.
Did a lot of work down in that offense.
Yes.
I thought
Monica Kloos.
Monica Kloos was exceptional down there. And again, we've already spoken about Hayley Fuss, but you know, there's a number of players, and you know, those players that did stand up for those little 1%ers that we love to see as coaches. That make that happen. But 9-7 is the game, and we'd like to thank our sponsors this year, Shicks, Young Real Estate, Traditional Group. We got 180 Finance and Arena 42 for all their donation.
I mean, how good are the 3 of them, and then Arena 42 coming on late in the season to be the 4th?
Well, you know what I love about that, Shicks? It's like they Arena 42 give us all this netting, and it's like catching the big fish, isn't it? It's catching the big fish with traditional 180 Finance and Young Real Estate.
Yep.
You know, so and we're going to have the presentations very shortly here at the as the men go about, and another huge game after this, Shicks. We've got the Brighton Bombers going for their second in a row.
They are. They
second in a row.
Pretty sure
Or
that's
third in
the
a row.
case. Let me
One
just.
last year.
They just last year. That's right.
Last year,
Glenelg got them
had
the year
week
before.
But the North Eagles are the story, aren't they? The North Adelaide Lacrosse Club haven't been in a grand final since haven't won one since 1960. The Eagles were 2000 and
would have been 4.
So as a combined club, they don't have any history whatsoever with grand final on the plaque.
Yep.
But we're about to name one of them very shortly, as we will shoot over to Mr. Benny Hook very shortly to do the presentations for the State League women, and we will find out who will take home the MVP medal as an added bonus to the.
Who's your pick,
Premiership
Tone?
medal.
Are we able to say, because we don't have any play
We have no play in this.
in it, but what are we looking at from the commentary here? And if you're still online, of course, drop in a line. Drop in
Who
a,
you think
who you
should
think.
be the women's before the acceptance.
Mhm.
But for me, you know, I think across both sides, you know, we look down the Glenelg women's side. I think Chelsea Gilbert was outstanding today. I thought Laura Evans was really good. Jamie Pridham, Darcy Beckett was great. Borovnik, young, you know, and these young players like Hayes, you know, Morrison, Shido, Haynes, you know,
all played well.
You can talk across
all,
the board.
All played well.
No one was there. Carly Evans, for me, was number one for Glenelg today.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that.
On the women's side with Brighton, I mean, you know, Mel came in out of the game. Zeph Williams was exceptional. You know, Hayley Fuss with her 3 goals. But the work she did in between she's ticked that for me. That's where my vote would go. Kate Osborne came in and out of the game. Colleen, well, she was good early. Double yellow, red out the game.
Yep. Probably cancels her out.
Yep, just. But she was good for the 2 minutes she played.
Oh, here we go.
And
the lads from Madagascar are here.
As the Zebras just walked past. Michaela Varga in her 200th. I mean, that's the way to remember your 200th, isn't it?
Yep.
Kloos, outstanding for me too.
Kloos, good.
Taylor Voisey just stood up when she needed to stand up, and it's those little 1%ers.
She was, yep.
Jade Mangan, you know what, you noticed the defence she had, and Indy probably, you know, just wasn't allowed to get into the game, so kudos to that, and, you know, Addie Cunningham in the cage. But for me, you know, I mean, I'd go between...
She's just long-winded, Tony. I forgot what the question was.
You said who would win the medal. And I'm just, you know what, when there's a breeze out here, shit. You know what it does.
Yeah.
But for me, Hayley Fuss wins it.
Yeah,
and
I agree
if
with
Hayley Fuss doesn't, Monica Kloos does.
Okay. Yeah, I tend to agree with you 100% there. Good enough from Fuss all day, and that little patch in the second took her to another level.
Just to another level.
Yep.
And as I said, it just takes someone to break a game, doesn't it? And we say in finals, you've got to win finals 2 or 3 times in the game to win the final.
100%. Do we have an update from the other 2 fields? So Div 1 men and Div 2 men were playing at the same time. We believe Div 2 Sturt took that out against West Torrens.
Quite undefeated.
Okay. Well done to the Sturt Lacrosse Club there. They'll have a good time tonight. And the Div 1 men, 11-3. Okay, 11-8.
11-8 to Brighton.
Gee, it's been a horrible day for Glenelg.
They've
won the Div 2 women, I believe.
Yep.
And
but a good.
Not had much luck elsewhere.
Not much elsewhere. But you know what? I love to see Shicks, and I always look at those up and comers. That's where I like to sort of, you know, focus my efforts and a little bit. But the Woodville Lacrosse Club with the under 13s, under 15s.
They did have a good run there. They did.
Were great. So royalty has arrived.
Floral
Traditional
Friday.
group. Sudsy just here, and we do thank Sudsy for his...
tradvc.com.au.
You know what? 83763639. I don't have to look at it anymore.
How dedicated is this man? A Floral Friday at Trad VC in the work office there. He's marshalled through. He's punched through the evening. He's rocked out here today. Good to see you, Sudsy. Thanks very much. We love his support. He's a great fan of lacrosse in South Australia.
And we see here the Brighton women just coming over to receive their medals. As we will hand out to Mr. Benny Hook. Very, very, very... I was going to say. Yeah, so we will just shoot out to Mr. Ben Hook very, very soon to hand out the premiership medals, also for the officials as well. The medals and the MVP will be there as well, and we'll see how who are you thinking, Shicks?
I'm thinking Fuss.
Fuss, okay, on Fuss as well. So we might just start to, as the girls come over to set up for this presentation. And if you are online, stay on the line because there's another huge game coming here between the North Eagles and the Brighton Lacrosse Club. And one of them will be drinking beers that taste a lot better tonight. And it cannot be put on. It's a fantastic day here. And kudos to the Woodville Lacrosse Club for putting on the grounds in such good conditions and the setup. As the Glenelg girls just come over to for the ceremony. And they're just taking their time here, are the Seahawk girls, to set up for this presentation. I'll tell you what, they might get a yellow card for tardiness.
Time wasting.
Time wasting?
Yes.
Yep. But,
and they're making Lucinda Silvestri walk over. They should put her on a chair.
I should carry her over,
Raise
shouldn't
her
they?
up. Yeah, they should.
And we might shoot out to our MC, Mr. Ben Hook, for the presentations of the Women's State League.
Ladies and gentlemen, another outstanding Women's State League Grand Final here. Could you please congratulate both teams on a wonderful spectacle, Brighton and Glenelg. And please congratulate our premiers for the 6th time in a row, the Brighton Bombers. What an outstanding performance from the Bombers. Ladies and gentlemen, our presentation party today features Australian player and 2-time Bonython medalist, a local legend here at Woodville. Please put your hands together for Olivia Parker. Firstly, we will make presentation to our match officials. Could you please welcome them now, Natalie Owens, Tammy Varga and Nikki Voisey. We'll also present the minor premiership pennant to the Brighton Lacrosse Club. I'll invite Michaela Varga to receive the pennant. Glenelg was superb today. They were right in this game, right to the very end. Of course, it was just a thrilling match all the way through, and Glenelg certainly played their part, just falling short against a wonderful Bombers team. I'll invite Laura Evans, the captain of Glenelg, to say a couple of words. Thank you, Laura.
Thank you. This way. Thanks everyone for coming out. Thanks Brighton for another really great matchup. We have so much respect for you guys as teams and as people. So thanks again for bringing it out and having some fun out here with us. So thank you. Thanks to the umpires. Thanks for Woodville for putting on such a great day. Girls, thanks for sharing our time together Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays for the last 6 months. I absolutely love coming out. Thanks to all the girls that train with us. Our team definitely runs deeper than the 13 girls that step up on each game day. So thank you very much. So proud of everything that you've done today and everything you've done over the last six months. So thank you. And congratulations, Brighton, again. Thanks very much. Thanks, Ben.
Thanks, Laura. Thank you, Laura. Congratulations to you and your team. Ladies and gentlemen, the best player on the field in the Women's State League Grand Final receives the President's Medal. It has been determined today by mutual consent of our two coaches, Stuart Robb and Trish Adams. And I can confirm the winner of the President's Medal from Brighton, number 7, Hayley Fuss. Hayley, just say a couple of words.
I love public speaking. I just wanted to say thank you to my team and coaches and manager. You guys have pushed me so much this year just to step up that little bit more and give it a little bit more out there than I have previously. And thank you guys. You guys always give us an awesome game. It's always fun. I'm glad it's over. That was a hard match. But yeah, thank you.
Congratulations, Hayley, who wins the President's Medal for the best player on the field. It's time now to meet the Premiership team. We'll call them out in numbered order. Firstly, number 2, Addie Cunningham. Number 6, Zephyr Williams. Number 7, Hayley Fuss. Number 8, Kate Osborne. Number 11, Leah Kaesler. Number 14, Indy Williams. Number 15, Monica Clues. Number 16, Kira Voisey. Number 17, Taylor Voisey. Number 19, Taylor Mangan. And number 20, Jade Mangan. And the 3 captains of the Brighton Lacrosse Club. Firstly, number 4, Melissa Williams. Number 9, Colleen O'Malley. And number 10, Michaela Varga. And the support personnel for the Brighton Lacrosse Club, head coach Trish Adams. Assistant coach Tess McLeod. And team manager and scorer Janet Adams. I'll invite Premiership captain Melissa Williams to come forward and say a couple of words.
Like Laura said, thank you Woodville Lacrosse Club for hosting this event. It's always a really great day, done a really great job. Thank you to the officials. We don't have a game or a sport without you guys, so thank you for every game that you put in and officiate for us. Thank you Glenelg. Every year you come to play and it's always, you know, such a tough fought match and such a great rivalry, and someone had to win. We just did on the day. Thank you for always being great sports. And yeah, to my team, you guys, you know, we've put a lot of heart and time into building something special at Brighton, and we've been reflecting on that lately. And every time we step out onto the field, we really try and represent that legacy that we've built, and today was no exception. Thank you for letting me be a part of it with you all. Well done.
Mel will invite Colleen and Michaela back with you, and you can lift the Premiership trophy. For the 18th time in history, Brighton are champions. That concludes the presentation. The Men's State League Grand Final gets underway in just over 15 minutes.
And we thank Mr. Ben Hook there for the presentations. Again, congratulations to the Brighton Lacrosse Club. Commiserations to the Glenelg Seahawks. We're going to wrap this one up to Scotty Gill, to Christian up on the camera, and to Shix and myself. Hey, we're going to be back very shortly when the sticks are swinging, so we'll see you then.